How's it going? Drunk Baby Yoshi here. We're gonna do something a little bit different here. Uh, as my channel has suggested, I haven't uploaded in quite some time. That being said, this year I want to play every Wii U game on my Twitch stream, as I am an avid Wii U collector and I have been for quite some time. I just want to see why the Wii U flopped, why it didn't do so well, why some games were better than others. The plan was to beat them all, as I'm explaining here on my Twitch stream at twitch.tv/drunkbabyyoshi. You can come watch me play every game there. We were doing it randomized, and the goal was to beat everyone. But after I have determined that is feasibly just going to be impossible, I'm going to be playing everyone. Unless it's really enjoyable, then I will be beating it. The goal is to beat everyone, but if that doesn't happen, then we are going to just play the games for a couple hours and go from there. Here I am doing a test spin. These videos are going to be change up a little bit format. So this is showing that I would have gotten Super Mario Maker as my first game. Great first game. Would have been a fantastic first game to go off of. But as you're about to see, the thing that made me really change why I did not want to beat every game will be the first game on this list that, as you can see here, is the Wonderful 101. Not a bad game by any books. IGN gave it a 9 out of 10 on the remake. It's 7.5 to start out with. And I thought all fine and dandy until I have some heavy things to say about this game. It's a very poor game. I knew going into it this challenge was going to be hard, but here we go. There's 3 different difficulties here. Very easy, easy, and normal. As the game starts out, oh look, it's made by Nintendo. You're basically a school teacher, from what I gathered. You are Mr. Wedgwood, and you turn into a superhero. That's what I gathered from the game. I skipped a couple cutscenes here and there. The battle mechanics is pretty much a hack and slash Bayonetta game. It is made by Platinum Games, which makes sense, as they are the ones that made Bayonetta. The game just didn't feel right. The camera angles, this camera was just god awful all the time. Some of the worst camera angles I've ever dealt with in a video game. It's just way too zoomed out, doesn't make much sense. You're basically Ant-Man here, and here it is just showing off the actual mechanics that don't work ever. You basically have to use the right stick to make a fist or a circle, as it's showing. And look, I made a half a circle. Pressed A, it worked. Who knows why? It's just not a thing that I would recognizable. And then it explains that, you know, the Unite Morph secret weapon of the Wonderful 100, which enables them to recreate real-world objects by rearranging pesto digital particles according to the bubble memory blueprint. I didn't care. And then you're using people to make different ladders and things. This doesn't make sense. That's a chain. Those are human beings we're using as a chain. Here we are making a ramp for the bus so it doesn't hit the school. The whole game was just felt off in a sense. Just felt completely different than whatever I was used to before. Here we are making another fist. That's not a fist, Yoshi. That's like a half circle. It just never worked. I made a fist off screen. That makes total no sense. Oh, and don't even get me started on this mechanic. This mechanic I didn't figure out until halfway through. That you have to use the gamepad. The gamepad. It's on the gamepad, and you have to solve a puzzle on the gamepad to figure out this number combination here, as you can see on the screen. That number combination, you have to change it by doing it inside on the gamepad. Why they thought this was a good idea? So I was playing this with a Pro controller, but then using the gamepad to counteract what was happening on the screen. It's really an odd decision, seeing as there's no what if I have my gamepad sitting on my desk or on my TV stand, and I was sitting on the couch playing this game. I'm not gonna want to get up to use the gamepad to just solve a puzzle. That doesn't make sense unless you're actually just playing it with the gamepad. Here's some more just hack and slash gameplay. I mean, I don't understand why this got a 9.5 out of 10, or even a 7 out of 10 in the original. This game made me motion sickness. Maybe it's because you have to draw the lines or the zoomed in part or whatever it was. It was making me sick and nauseous to where I didn't even want to play the game. So here we have just the gameplay never like spoke to me, and I can understand why this game got a 7 to begin with now, because of things like this. It doesn't tell you what to do. There's help on the screen to help the people on the ground. It doesn't explain what to do. You actually have to climb up this building to the right here, build a ladder up to the top with the humans, then cut this piece of scaffolding down, to then put out the fire to save these people down here. And you have to do that to be able to move on to the next segment. And it doesn't make sense. There's nothing saying what you are supposed to do. I will say though, the final boss that I personally dealt with, it wasn't even the final boss. It was the boss in like the first half of the levels. It's this dragon looking guy. One of the coolest parts of this game was this part, the on-rail shooter part with this big dragon guy. At the end of this, you do go and fight him, as you can see here, on the back of the dragon, which is super neat and super cool. Highly do not recommend to play this game. I'm gonna give it 1 WiiU out of 10. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and tune in tomorrow, or tune in next time for the next episode of Yoshi playing every Wii U game.